What we've got at the moment is an aristocracy of wealth in this country. It's also true of the United States as well. So what I would do, and I wouldn't be opposed to, by the way, I wouldn't be opposed to 100% inheritance tax. Or maybe let's say 99%. You know, my rule might be that if you can put it in 2p bags, then you can hand it over. That's fine. 99, 95%. I'm being provocative, but you see what I mean. I would not be against a far higher rate of inheritance tax than we have at the moment, which is 40% above a certain threshold. I wouldn't be opposed to putting that to 50%, 60%, 70%. Why? Because I think the quid pro quo should be twofold. One, that helps fund public services, which actually helps level the playing field in achieving a true meritocracy. Two, it will help us reduce taxes on income. Because at the end of the day, I want to incentivize work. I want to incentivize productivity. I want to incentivize people to get up off their backsides and do more. You don't have a right to inherit. You should have a right to work while you're alive and keep more of your own money. That to me is more important, way more important than your right to just inherit some money from mummy and daddy that you did nothing to earn.
This is what it looks like when somebody talks out of both sides of their mouth. The reason that we have so much wealth in countries like the US are because we have incentivized people to work. What incentivizes people to work? Letting them reap the rewards of their own labor. I don't know why this has to be spelled out for anybody, but if you know that if you work for 50, 60 years and you do all the things right, you save, you invest, you live frugally, and then some random person gets to seize 80, 90, 100% of those efforts, guess what? People are not going to be incentivized to work as hard. The only thing that incentivizes people to work hard is if it benefits them or people they actually know and care about. That's just human nature, and there's really actually nothing wrong with that. In fact, wanting to take care of your kids and offspring is a good instinct. Ultimately, what you have to understand about people like this guy and their perspective is that it will never be enough. The tax rate will never be high enough. They will never seize enough of your assets. And that's because there is no end in sight of their spending. The vast majority of big problems we face in society cannot be solved simply by throwing money at them. If they could, we would have solved them already, because guess what? We spend an astronomical amount of money trying to, as it stands. Wanting to seize all of the rewards of somebody else's work is actually the epitome of selfishness and greed. And having policies in place that allow people to do that through the government does nothing for productivity.